All right, good Friday morning. It's time for the morning rush.
No, we made it to the end of the work week.
We did. It seemed like it was a pretty fast week, honestly.
It did go by quickly. I guess when you have beautiful weather, that typically
Exactly. That helps it move along
Yeah.
a bit more quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we're starting off a little heavy today. So, ultra-processed foods, there's new information that it's linked to depression. So, eating greater amounts of ultra-processed foods and drinks, especially those artificially sweetened drinks, there is a link between the development of depression. So I guess researchers looked at certain foods and that were made with, again, artificial ingredients, and it showed that there was a link there, which...
I think your mic is turned down, by the way.
There we go.
Hopefully you
Now
can
we're
pick
back.
up on what she's saying.
Okay, so we're talking about ultra-processed
Yeah.
foods and linked to depression. And so they examined 32,000 middle-aged women. They were part of the study. And so, you know, we know that they're bad for you anyway, but now there's like this link with depression, which is kind of something to think about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I enjoy, sometimes I like the French fries, but then I feel guilty about eating it later.
Everything in that picture there looks amazing.
I want to eat it, I know.
But yeah, it's not good for you. Don't eat too much of it.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah.
true. I guess everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Right. So anyway, this next story, I love this story. So it's about this mom and found out that she thought she was terminally ill with cancer. And they found some tumors in her body. They removed it in her uterus, and then another one came back, and she was like, wow, that's it. I'm going to die. And so she's like, I'm going to go on one last road trip with my son so we can make memories. He's only 16 at the time. And just before, they were like, we're going to go on a road trip and say goodbye and see friends along the way and make some great memories with her son. Literally, right before they were scheduled to leave on the road trip, her doctor called her and said, you're cancer-free.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine? I mean, here she is undergoing cancer treatment, and this is her son and they're
on their trip.
Trip. But can you? It's just you think your world is ending, your life is ending, and then you're told she started a new medication and it caused the tumors to go away, and they're like, your latest CT scan is you're clear.
It really puts things into perspective.
It does, doesn't it? And they still went on their trip. She's like, well, we're going to go on this trip anyway and make these memories. And so I just think it's a great story. Yeah,
that is a great story.
A great ending.
Yeah, great ending.
Something that sounded like it was just going to be,
Exactly.
Right. So
I mean, it's a trip they'll never forget either way.
And the memories that they make. So, and it's important that we all need to spend time with family and make memories, because you just never know. All right, so this is interesting. I guess I never really thought about this before, but Budweiser says they're going to stop cutting the tails of the Clydesdale horses that are used in their commercials.
I didn't know they did, honestly.
I didn't really pay attention.
I didn't pay that close attention to realize that.
Yeah. But I feel like, I feel like that's a good thing.
Like, why would you to begin with?
I know, they're beautiful, and they're, right, so isn't the tail kind of like of a horse is also kind of like one of its features that people love, and they braid them.
Exactly, it's a defining feature, I mean, that's good news, obviously, but I had no idea that they were doing that to begin with, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I didn't
what
realize
the point was
that.
to begin with. But
I don't even know why, I have like a boxer, and they cut the tails. I don't understand why they do that.
I mean, I have a corgi, and they dock the tail.
Why do they do
I have
that?
no idea.
I feel so bad for them.
Yeah.
Anyway. You do know why? Josh Fitzpatrick off in the corner says, why?
Okay. We'll move on. Josh will join us here in a second.
Okay. Anyway, they're going to have tails now. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Let's get to our local news on this Friday morning. The city of Charlottesville is changing the hours for Market Street Park. This comes after an alleged confrontation between police and two homeless people there. The Saturday incident was brought up during Monday night's city council meeting. CPD says it's under administrative investigation. The closing time for Market Street Park used to be 11 p.m. and now it will not close at all. Well, have an opinion on Charlottesville's downtown? You have a chance to tell the city about it this morning. Friends of Seaville Downtown is hosting an event called How Do You Love Downtown? Organizers say the goal is to talk about what is going well and what needs to be improved on. There will also be a Q&A with new city manager Sam Sanders. The event is at Irving Theater inside the Code building, and we hear there will be breakfast served. Again, that starts in the next half hour. Also today, Charlottesville's Black Business Expo is taking place at X Park from 2 to 9. It will feature more than 36 booths and live music from the Afro-Asia Band and Mighty Joshua. You'll also have the chance to sit in on business panel discussions. The expo is free and open to everyone. And finally this morning, early voting for November state elections kicks off today. Both chambers of the General Assembly are up for grabs. Republicans could score a trifecta by gaining control of the House, state, and governor's office. Absentee ballots have also been sent out. If you requested one, it should be in your mailbox sometime next week. And now Josh joins us, and you know when Josh joins us, something's wrong. No, I'm joking. But you are tracking some rain for this weekend.
I am. This is beneficial rain. We've been advertising for about a week now a system off the southeast coast that would likely form as a tropical system, a low pressure area, but the bottom line, it looks like now we're going to be dealing with Tropical Storm Ophelia. The latest from the National Hurricane Center says it has winds of 50 miles per hour. So why isn't it designated as a storm right now? Well, it's because it doesn't have what we call a closed center, a low pressure area. That's what we need to have a tropical storm, but that will likely change over the next several hours. Put a track on that. It'll make landfall as a tropical storm over eastern North Carolina, move into eastern Virginia as a tropical storm tomorrow afternoon, and then it looks like we'll see it really dissipate over the Chesapeake and Delmarva on Sunday. But the good news for our area is that the center stays east, and the worst part of a tropical system is on the eastern side of the circulation. So we're going to be on the western end. So we have no weather alerts for our region. All of the tropical weather headlines are more towards the Delmarva, the Chesapeake, and also down into Virginia Beach with wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and storm surge anywhere from 3 to 5 feet. So high-res weather tracker is showing waves of rain arriving after around 11 p.m. for most areas, and it's going to be a rainy and windy day tomorrow. Most areas over central Virginia will pick up 2 to 4 inches of rain. We can handle that on this very dry ground. That would help to put a dent into this moderate to severe drought. Even the Shenandoah Valley will likely get some beneficial rainfall. Unfortunately, though, the heaviest rain will fall east of you, but at least we will get some rain. Winds tomorrow anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour. So heading out to high school football, it'll be dry, but heading towards perhaps 11 p.m. for the UVA game at Scott Stadium, I can't rule out some rainfall. So you want to take your poncho just in case, with temperatures in the 60s and radar updates anytime on the Storm Team 29 weather app, Jared.
So I'm guessing it'll be more of a steady rain. There's not much of a flooding risk
There could be some localized flooding, but the main flood threat is off to our east, more towards I-95, Hampton Roads, those areas. But for our area, it's beneficial rain, but it's not so great for your outdoor plans.
So if you do plan on heading east to like the Richmond area, you know.
Right. Those areas will likely have the strongest winds and the heaviest rainfall.
Yeah, I'm just ready to just stay inside tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is a good indoor day.
Stay wrapped up from all that chilly. And it's a great start to fall because
yeah, autumn officially begins at 2:50 a.m. I have my alarm set.
All right.
Because I'll be here anyway tomorrow morning.
All right, thank you, Josh. We'll see you again on NBC29 News at noon with the latest track on that storm and the latest local news and weather, sports, I guess.
That's right. It's a big football night.
Got a big football night tonight. All right, we'll see you then. Have a great Friday.